Guys, today I want to talk about the guillotine choke. That's a choke that I like. It's very popular in nogi, and I know Marcelo Garcia has a very unique way of finishing it, but I've never seen how you guys like to finish the guillotine. How do you like to set it up? Any particular details, and how do you like to finish it?
For sure, I'm going to show you. I do a lot when I'm training for the ADCC. As you guys know, I like to do the anaconda choke. When I'm passing, like rolling and getting the anaconda choke. And there's a variation that I like to do using the guillotine. So if you can go in your back. Third is so you guys can see. So usually I'm like passing the guard, like really low, not standing so much, like posting my leg like we do with the gi. Like my posture changes when I fight gi and no gi. So I have this posture when when I'm fighting no gi. And then usually I kind of like give the underhook because I want him to kind of like sit up so it's easier to control his head, because a lot of times if you're here and you want to control the head, it's too far. So I kind of like give him the underhook, so I move to the side and I keep my hand right here on his ribs, so I can kind of like slow him down, because of course I don't want him to sit up too fast, because then he's gonna actually get a half guard and then he can sweep and go to my back. So I keep my hand there and he sits up, and then right here I control his head. I normally do because my main goal is to get an anaconda choke. I like better. But sometimes when I go and I'm trying to connect my hands and go for the anaconda choke, I have a hard time because the guy is kind of like scared, so he goes back, putting his back on the mat, so I don't have the chance to connect my hands. Because if I go here and I connect my hands, I'm gonna get an anaconda choke. It'll be easy to do. I just need to switch to kind of like arm triangle position, will be easy. But if I go here and then put your shoulder on the mat again, and then he's right here, I don't like this angle to finish the anaconda choke, because I prefer when he's sitting up and I connect my hands. So I feel that I lost the timing to do the anaconda choke, but that's when I do the guillotine, so it's my second option. So sit up again, I control if he goes back. Now what I do, and that's the most important part of the technique, I use my ribs to kind of like put pressure right here on his head. So I have my hand right here, and I'm gonna place my knee right here, touching his hip, and I shift my hip. So I have his head, I place my knee right here, and then when I shift my hip, I put pressure on his head. I'm already grabbing his chin, so I just need to push his head this way. So from here, my knee, I shift my hip, and you see like the way I'm gonna do it feels like I'm holding his head, his neck up, and I'm pushing his head down like this way. So it's not like smashing his head like this. Like, because my hand is here, I kind of like hold this part and then just push right here, like the top of his head. So it's more uncomfortable. So right here, I shift my hip, and now if you can go to this side, it'll be a little bit better. I'm gonna start moving this knee, right here, my top knee, to this side. Okay, so I start moving my knee to this side here. I don't need to touch the mat, because a lot of times when I do this, he's gonna try to use a butterfly sweep, or he's gonna try to bridge up and do something. That's when I step over, because it's better if I can kind of like mount, you know. But when I go here and I start putting my knee to the side, I touch my forehead on the mat. Okay, I feel I have a good balance here because I'm posting my leg right here, and I have my knee kind of like pushing his hip down. This hand's gonna work. Okay, it will not be like one hand guillotine. I'll have to connect my hands. Not like arm triangle, so I'm not gonna hug his arm. So I'm gonna go right here. So you see this gap. Even if he has underhook, it's pretty easy to go. You just go right here, and then I connect my hands. It's really important to show how I connect my hands, because I'm grabbing his chin, like right here, and then this hand is just like holding my other hand. So this hand here, the one that's grabbing his chin, is gonna do all the work. This one is just holding, just supporting, yeah. So I go right here, I'm holding. Then once I get the second grip, I can put a little bit more pressure using this knee, just to try and free my leg from the half guard. If he keeps the half guard, it's okay. I can keep going for the guillotine, like putting pressure on his face and stretching him. Because you can see, like, I see a lot of guillotines like this, like people go on top and finish from here. I don't like this, I don't feel strong here. I feel a weird position. I prefer to be like this, because I have like a tripod position, 1, 2, and 3, my shoulder and elbow. And when I have my grip right here, I can use my hips to generate power and stretching out, you know. So then from here, it's stretching and get submission. But it's better, just like I said, if I can keep putting pressure, and a lot of times they try to bridge up or do something, and then I step over. Okay, not going to mount, because again, I don't want to go here. Okay, I stay sideways, shifting my hip, and you see my heel, when I step over, I go right here, look. And I kind of like lock his hip, control him. And then I always finish the way I was showing you. Like, I kind of like stretch my back and use my hip to generate power. So, if you understand, it'll be pretty much this. You're right here, you have the grip, you're grabbing the chin, use the other one to support, and then you go like this. So you don't go on top and get submission here. So you stay on your shoulder, you're grabbing, you have the guillotine grip, and then use your hip and use your back, like this. And even if it, you know, he's strong and he bridges up, I end up on bottom, I just maintain the pressure and get submission.
So you don't care if you finish from the top or the bottom?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't worry too much about that because it's already really tight, so I just maintain the pressure.
Awesome. The guillotine it appears to be such a simple technique, just squeezing someone's neck, but there's
No
so
way.
many details, and
So
your details are
many
different
details.
than other people's details. So.
Yeah, no, people think, oh, I'm gonna grab the head and just squeeze as hard as I can. You have to use your hips, you have to adjust the grip, use the other hand to support, the angle, like you have, yeah, for sure. So many details.
Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem, yep.
And thank you, Guy.
Thank you.
If you guys want to see some more Mendes Brothers videos, check out the Budo Videos YouTube channel. We just talked about self-defense, about judo, and about their super fights in Chechnya. See you guys next time.